I think we're there. Yes, I'm sure we're there. So, Joel, we were talking before we jumped on here, and I don't want to dive in too fast, but Joel and I, for all of you hanging out, Joel and I have like the weirdest, almost oddly weird same life. He's definitely a brother from another mother. I don't know. So, Joel, tell me again, where do you live? Are you in Miami?
Yeah, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida.
Okay, man, I love that area.
Yeah,
Love it. I don't like it in the summertime though. I'm just too hot.
yeah,
But this time of year, dude, you're killing it. I love it
oh
down there.
yeah.
So, okay, here's how Joel and I met, and I want to just preface this whole conversation with the importance of relationships. For many of you out there, you're leading your communities, you're doing your thing, and you don't jump on calls, and you're kind of, I don't know, I'm pretty stingy with my time. I'd say Joel is too, in a really healthy way. But sometimes we don't make connections because we're not sure where they're going to go, if they're going to be like money makers for us or something like that. Just don't worry about that stuff. I mean, you got to go make your money. Be smart with your time, but make connections with real people. Joel's one of those. Joel's an entrepreneur. Joel has a crazy startup story that is where he came from in life and where he's at now. Joel and I both are huge fans of the 4 Hour Work Week. Joel, you're probably one of 5 people I know who've actually read the book and done something with it. Maybe 5, and I'm trying to be generous with that. Everybody reads that Tim Ferriss 4 Hour Work Week book. Nobody does it. Folks, if you've read that book, you probably have it in your Audible account or it's on your shelf somewhere collecting dust. If you do what's in that book, you will not be working very much and you'll be making way more than you used to. I mean, Joel and I are both doing it. That's where we both started this whole thing. Joel, welcome.
Thanks, man.
Tell us first, like, can you kind of go back to the beginning? Like Cuba, you were born in Cuba. You got on a boat with way too many people. Some people didn't make it as y'all are moving across the ocean. You landed here in the US and you started over. And how old were you?
I was just before my 5th birthday.
Like, oh my gosh, take us back to that. Who did you get on the boat with? What was the boat like? You're standing on a beach, you're standing on a dock, there's a boat. Like, are your parents there? I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, so 1980, Mariel boat lift. A couple of guys robbed a van. Rob sounds bad. When you're in communism, robbing and stealing is not bad. They steal a van, they break through the Peruvian embassy's gates, and as soon as that opened up, the streets flooded into the gates, and everybody stood on the lawn and said, I want freedom, let me out of here. And Peru said, yeah, we'll let you out. President Carter at the time in the U.S. said, we'll accept people. First time Cuba allowed people to just leave like that. 120,000 people were allowed to leave over a few months. And we were one of those lucky families. My dad, my mom, my brother, and we got on a boat. And yeah, just like you said, we spent 24 hours in a little grassy area. And then we went over to a dock, got on the boat, sat on the boat for many hours until the military authorized us to leave. Mind you, there was no food during this time and for a couple of days. And then we crossed the sea. It was very treacherous. It was bad. It was very stormy. And but I do have a great memory. I don't focus too much on bad things. I remember it and it's clear in my mind and I can repeat it. But one of the happiest memories in my life up to that point was sailing into smooth seas in Key West into the naval base and seeing that dock and women volunteers with sodas and soups and chocolate, and they gave us all that. So after a couple of days of not eating, that was very nice.
Did your whole family make it, the journey?
The 4 of us did. My grandparents had left in the 60s. My dad was a political prisoner, so he did not get out at age 17, had to stay in the country by himself. Got married, had my brother and I, and finally 13 years later, he was reunited with his family. By then, he had a 12-year-old sister he had never met.
Wow. Okay, so you're 4. You hit the States. Like, where did this entrepreneurial bug come in? Because you've become hyper successful as an entrepreneur, and I really think part of that's connected, at least for me. I talk to some people like this. Like, if you had a really kind of hard start, it seems to put some DNA in your head and your heart that makes you push through. Because entrepreneurship isn't easy, right? When did you start realizing, oh my gosh, I like this business thing?
Yeah. Well, what caused it, the first part is something had to happen. And for me, it was feeling a little bit inferior. Believe it or not, this is a great memory, just because I think what it led to, but it was a bad moment. a kid came over from school and went to my house, and I had already been to his house, and I saw his toy box and all these toys. I didn't have toys. I honestly had, at one point, I had a wiffle ball bat, those yellow plastic ones, and a few wiffle balls. And he came over, he didn't want to play baseball. He goes, let's go to your toy box. What do you have? And I said, I don't have a toy box. And he kept insisting. I remember feeling so horrible. I didn't have a truck. I didn't have a car. I didn't have anything. And I said, I don't have. And we went room, my room, my parents' room. We checked the living room, and he goes, you really don't have a toy box? He couldn't believe it. So it was moments like that, and that repeated itself for many years, because we went from my mom being a high school physics teacher, my dad an electrician, to my dad doing odd jobs in electricity wherever he could get them, and my mom cleaning rooms at the Sir Francis Drake Hotel in San Francisco, where we moved to. So we didn't have anything, and my parents were very smart with their money, and they saved it and did what they could. So those type of moments led me to think, well, I got to make something happen if my parents can't do it for me. And in fourth grade, I started trading garbage pail kid cards. And by trading, meaning I was buying them here, and they didn't have them where I went to school. They had them at the town where my grandparents lived. And then I'd go to school Monday morning, and it wasn't trading, it was selling. All I did was sell. And I'd buy them for about 5 cents each, and I'd make 10 cents to $1 per card on the high demand cards. And in fourth grade, I was making $40 a month. And that was really the start of it, because I started going to the donut shop, and I bought myself a donut, and I started buying some Transformers, and I started getting my own toys.
Amazing. Okay. And now, like, the Shopify stores, like, walk us through like the recent history of.
Remember, it's always this out of necessity thing. It wasn't cute. Oh, go do a little lemonade stand, Billy. Good job. It wasn't like I do with my kids. That's kind of cute in that sense. But the way it happened was, so I'd go to garage sales all through high school and buy stuff and take it to the flea market. And one day I found a guy selling underwear, brand new in the package. He was a sales rep for Jockey International, the underwear company. I bought them all for $1 each, took them to the flea market. These are $12, $13, $14 items. I sold them for $6 each. I made $3,000 because I bought about $500 worth. Nice. And that was great. And then fast forward, I started finding brands overseas who would let me be their distributor here out of my spare bedroom. There wasn't much to it, and I had never done it before. I was just trying. Then I started taking the trade shows, and then I started getting other brands, and I started my own brand of underwear and swimwear. And then I started buying my customers' businesses. So if you had a brick and mortar store in San Diego, I wasn't interested in that. But you were running a little website out of Missouri, out of Illinois, wherever, that's what I was interested in. And I had these conversations with all my clients at the trade shows, and I'd say, if you ever want to sell a website, talk to me. And like that, I started buying. We're now at 14 sites. That's over the last roughly 9 years.
Oh my gosh.
We have 14 Shopify Plus sites. We do it out of our own distribution fulfillment center. We fulfill for ourselves as well as for others. Some of them I bought because I couldn't convince them to sell to me. So I convinced them to let me be their fulfillment center. And that happened. We do that for a couple of years. They were really happy with our efforts, but now we became really good friends. So I'd say, hey, if you ever want to sell, talk to me. And those conversations started happening, and we've been buying those. And that's where we are today. We own 20 brands of apparel that are ours. We've acquired some of those, and we go direct to consumer online.
Fantastic. All right. So what really lights me up about what you do, as much success as you've had from where you've come from to where you've gotten to, and this is a common thing for a lot of us entrepreneurs. We're doing the hustle. We're stuck in the hustle. And in some ways, we're now working for the hustle. And the hustle's taken us over. You were trying to get a toy, then get freedom, then get security, then get all these things. But now you've figured out that there's actual more life down the road than just another buck, another deal, and looking a little cooler at the next convention when you show up and see your friends again. Like, tell us about kind of when you realized, oh, I actually want more in life than just money, security, popularity, looking good as an entrepreneur.
Yeah. People get asked questions and they say, good question, but I've never been asked that one. That's a great question. Because not about me and when I did it, but just that realization. Fortunately for me, it happened. And I have to balance that out with complacency sometimes. I'm saying to myself, am I being complacent? I did it this morning. I was out walking my dog early this morning, realizing I have this to do. And then I have a couple of coaching calls later today, and that's it. And it feels fantastic. So here's the thing. I'm not saying, oh, you're in a startup and go ahead and work an hour a day. That's not going to work. What worked for me was 16 hours a day. And I did that for 15, 18 years, something like that. and saving every penny, reinvesting. So I had to do that. So don't get me wrong. It's not go on vacation from day one. Not at all. I went years without a vacation. I went years without going to the movies. I went years where I'd only go to a restaurant 4 or 5 times a year because I had to save every penny because I was on a mission. I did all that hard work. And then I started realizing, okay, I'm netting over $1 million a year. That's pretty good. I live on less than 200,000. So what is this? What more? And I don't want to go spend $1 million. I don't need to go make 10 million so I can go spend 2 million a year. The percentage of increased income doesn't, for me, mean that I have to spend more at all. So I realized, you know what? I'm pretty comfortable. I have passive income. I have passive investments. I'm pretty good. Why don't I start really enjoying life? And you know, it's funny, when I read the 4-Hour Work Week, I read it and I kept saying, well, what do I want all this time off for? I don't need to travel the world and all that, but let me try it. And I started putting those things into practice. And as the freedom came, first of all, at that time, I was making like 200,000 a year. And then it grew as I stepped away from the business and let people do what they do better than me. But yeah, as I started letting go and realizing, oh, I'm enjoying this. I have the afternoon to go for a run. And then the next morning, I have that morning to go lift weights and all this stuff. And I really started enjoying it. So I guess it's a journey, but I guess over the last 5 years is where I've really started realizing I'm good. I don't need to go work. So I can double my income, let's say. But if I have to work 16 hours a day, for me, it's not worth it. I'm in my mid-40s. I'm enjoying it. And I'm doing what people work all their life to do in their 60s. I get to enjoy it now.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish you had gotten a hold of like the 4-Hour Work Week or something like that earlier in your career? Do you think that would have changed the 15, 18 years that it took to get there?
Yeah, it would have. But I agree that would have been better. But I've learned to not worry about the past. It's like, right?
No, I'm totally with you there. I just didn't know if you thought, because everybody's journey is different. Like for me, I'd say 8-9 years ago is when I finally read the 4-Hour Work Week, and I went from 16-hour days ish down to, I don't know, 3 2-hour days in about 4 months. Like it worked, and my income tripled because somebody else was doing the work that was better at it than me.
Yeah, and even if they're not better at it, if you have 5 people, right, doing 80% as good as you, well, 5 times 8, what's that, 400? So you're now 400 times better than you.
So true. It was so hard for me to realize that I wasn't as good as I thought I was, though. Because you know how it is. We think we're the best. Oh, but nobody can do it like I can do it.
Yeah. And it's not worth the time to stop and train anyone because that just wastes time. What you don't realize is, no, it doesn't. It wastes an hour today, but it gives you 10 minutes a day for the rest of your life. Just that one person.
All right. So when people are on a coaching call with you, let's say, and they're asking you like, hey, I want to make more money. I want to take more time off. I want my family back. I want all the things and the freedom. Like, what do you tell them? I mean, where do you have them start? What's up? By the way, Junaid, Cian, several, it's great to see everybody. Y'all are awesome. Junaid, you got to meet this Joel guy. He's incredible. All right. So Joel, what do you like if they're trying to just like land and say, I got money, stuff's starting to happen for me, but how do I just start to get back into real life?
Yeah. For the most part, I'm not the one telling them what they need to fix or what part of their life is lacking. I just want to hear. And I ask a lot of questions and we dig in. And usually I'm not good at a lot of things, but I am pretty good at seeing red flags that the person saying it doesn't notice it. But I start, seeing a red flag, jotting that down and letting them speak. And then pulling out and asking deeper questions and letting them come out with what they feel they need to work on. And then I kind of help them. I partner with them on achieving those things, whether that's, I need to fix my relationship with my spouse. I need to be there more present for my kids, because then once I hear that, now I can question, well, wait a minute. You said you stayed at work till 9 o'clock last night. What was that about? And then you dig deeper. Oh, it's because nobody could do that. Really could know. There's no one who. Let's talk through that. And then you start digging deeper and you start realizing, oh no, there is someone that could have helped. And how do we do that? And the way we do it is we want to know what you want to accomplish. And then second of all, so let's set some goals. There they are. These big goals, 3 goals for the year. All right, let's set the action plan in place. To accomplish, I want to run a 10K, right? Some of my coaching clients have never run in their life, and almost all of them have run a 10K because I push them on that one because it breaks through. It's not a 5K that everybody does. It's a 10K, 6.2, right?
For those of you who don't know, Joel's an ultra marathoner. So He's like 10K. Come on, it's just like going to the mailbox. You got
You can do that, but everybody has their own limitations. So we work toward it, and we say, okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to run 4 days a week. In the beginning, run a mile, and we'll go online and we'll find them a plan. But now we stick to it. So set the goal, set the action plan. But here's the doozy. Number 3, accountability, and that's where I come in, or I bug them in a nice way. I don't cuss at anybody, and I'm not mean. But I go, hey. Did you run? Did you do the thing last night? Because it's in both of our calendars. So I can totally hold them accountable, and I see everything that they say. Just like when they say, you know what, I'm finally going to have that talk with my spouse. I say, great. When? Tomorrow. Perfect. What time? 5 o'clock. Perfect. I put it in the calendar. I send it to them. So we're both on it, and about an hour later, I'll check in. Did you have your talk with the spouse? Let's talk about it. And we get on the phone and we update each other. So those are the little things that I think really make a difference at the end of a year. You didn't accomplish this much. You did the whole thing because you had somebody motivating you.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay, so what do you think is next for you, Joel? It's hard for many of us to get okay, let me just back up. It's hard to get a vision sometimes when we're stuck in the grind to like, what in the world would a week-long vacation even look like? All right, so you're already there, and then what is that? So you got all this space and time and flexibility and freedom. Like, you're living the dream. What's next?
Yeah.
Are you tempted to go back into the hustle? Are you bored? Are you like, what do you do?
I got bored a year and a half ago, and an entrepreneur, also out of Tennessee, where you are, motivated me and got me interested in coaching and got me some clients. And said, I know you, I know your story. I think you'd help these people really well. And he got me a client, then another client, then another. And then I started a coaching business. So that's a part-time thing that I absolutely love. It's my passion. It's the thing I've loved doing for the first time, like really loved. And it's not work. It's, having conversations with awesome people. So the boredom has been gone, but yes, there's an itch on doing the next thing. And so I don't think life goes like this. Hopefully it goes in that direction, but it's like this. It's up and down and busy, not busy. That's okay. That's all normal. Really good things happen, really bad. That's all normal. So I did get a little bit of an itch on something I was waiting on for a while. I developed a software that runs our fulfillment center.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rephrase that. I designed it. Our programmers in India developed it. I know nothing about coding.
You just learned coding on the weekend.
No, not that smart. So we did that. We've been operating our fulfillment center for 6-7 years on that software, and we've never made a picking error or a shipping error. It really works. It's fulfillment. It's warehouse management. It's inventory management. So then we went to the market and saw what else is out there, because I hated paying so many thousands to maintain it just for us, and I couldn't find anything like it. And I shared it with 2 very smart guys, very successful. One exited in his 30s and retired from software that he developed. And so I went to them and I said, if I give you each a third of this business, this software business, could we run and do something with it? And now we're in that process. We started that partnership about 3 months ago, and we've been sprinting every week to redevelop some stuff. And we're going to have our first beta version at the end of this month. So that's our new thing. It's to actually go out and license out the SaaS software, and with it, grow our fulfillment business and we're out looking for a new warehouse space much larger so we can do fulfillment for people, e-commerce, product business. So yeah, that's our new thing. But to answer the other part of the question, I'm doing it much differently. It's not me 10 hours a day figuring it all out. It's letting others, I read a book recently that it's called, I forget the name. I read a book a week, so I forget what's one of it, but it's who, not how.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's finding the right person to help me execute on this one thing, not me learning how to do it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's been instrumental, and that's taking that 4-hour work week mentality into the next thing and the next thing. So I'm not killing myself.
Man, I love that. Okay, so let me just say, hey, Chris, not me, Chris, other Chris, Curtis, CN, Rock, dude, great to see you guys. I think it's what I'm just hearing you say there, a lot of things, but one thing I want to pull out is so many of us kind of get tangled up in, we have to have everything laid out so perfectly before we start the big thing. Or we think the big thing that's next has to line up perfectly with the last thing. Like there's these perfect little stair steps that go up, like a Mayan temple. And it's just not that way. It's like a flow. It's more like a river that's winding around. Yeah, the river is going somewhere, but it's going to go to the left or the right of the tree or over a sandbank or down a waterfall. It's and following that and learning how to ride the river is the thing, not learning how to design the perfect river.
Yeah, absolutely. So I used to be a perfectionist, and it was never the right time to get started. And oh, it has to be this way. I've learned that over the years. Just go with it, and also just get started on a small scale. Don't start it with $1 million budget when you don't know if this thing's going to work out, right? Go out and test things and see what happens. Have some conversations. And like you said before, Chris, connect with people, because every time I haven't known these things, I didn't know how to start a software company. I designed my own for me. But then I had so many conversations with all my network. I probably had 20 lunches to talk about how to properly execute software. And when things were starting to line up, because people were saying, all the smartest people were saying, do this, and it all started sounding similar, that's where I went with it. So yeah, 100%. You can't try to force and break everything into place. Just get started and go with it and figure it out.
Okay, so you're now coaching out of boredom. Let's call it that. You're good at what you do. You didn't start a coaching business because you were broke and couldn't figure out what to do. You're coaching because, well, people are asking you how to do what you've done. Like in many ways, that's the perfect coaching relationship, because you're not there to sell them coaching. You're there to just guide them along the path that you've already taken. Okay, this is a great example. You know how it is when you're running. We both run, and you kind of get to the end of the race. If you're feeling pretty juiced and you're like, man, I got some more, you run back upstream in the race and you start picking people up at like a mile or two before the end, and you start cheering people on, right? I mean, that's where you're at. You finish the race, you come back in, you're at that last mile or two, you're already hot and sweaty and nasty, and you're like, come on, let's go. How does somebody like who's the perfect person for you to take from where they are now to where they want to go next? Because you're a really unique coach that way. You're not teaching them to like build the thing. You're teaching them to really move forward with strength. So where is someone now, and that would be like, okay, I should call Joel?
Yeah. So you're right. I'm not a tactician. I don't tell them what buttons to push. I get them to start thinking a little bit different. And for some people, this is overwhelming, almost emotional. I notice it whether we meet in person or on the phone. They feel like they've gotten to this level doing certain things, but they never thought things differently or saw it from my crazy perspective, because I do think very different. And when they're questioned that way, they seem to hopefully be able to jump up to another level. I think it's somebody, the ideal folks are ones that don't need me to push them. But when I do push them, they take it to another level. These are very driven people, but they need that extra little bit. They need that accountability. They need somebody who's going to talk to them and say, hey, did you do the thing? Let's talk about it. Let's walk through the steps of setting up some goals, some action plans, and then I'll be there to hold you accountable throughout it. The people who so again, I don't do this for the money. I don't need it. I do it because I absolutely love it. And this is like my legacy, I think, is the impact I'm having on helping other people out. Mm-hmm. It's the people who want a coach, who really want it. It's not like, I guess I should get one. No, it's the ones who realize there's something missing. I need that extra little bit of a push. Those are the ones that I've seen do very well. And the ones who in the first conversation, we'll have like a 30-minute call for free and just get to know each other. So I don't know, maybe 40, 50%. I've said, I don't think I'm the coach for you. And that's a good thing, because that way I know that I'm picking the right people. And sometimes I haven't made the best decision on that. And we definitely don't renew it. Even if they want to, I tell them, I don't think, I'm the best one. Go try someone else for the next time. Right. Yeah. Nicely. So we break ways nicely. And so it's hard to pinpoint exactly and say the exact person, but the person usually knows it. The person says, you know what, I feel it. I need something. Just like they say all the time, all the best professional athletes have coaches. It's not weird. I don't have a coach today, but I've had coaches, definitely had mentors, and I use that to its full potential.
Yeah, I love that. And I can feel that there's, I used to think that I needed a coach, a tactician, and I used to. Early on, you need to know what button to push. Yeah. And people in that stage often think, well, once I'm successful, what do I need a coach for? But when you get to a place where you've got things figured out, at least everybody else thinks you do, you realize there's still a hunger in there. There's still a desire to take a step, but you need somebody that can pace with you and that can run as fast as you can run. And those are your people, man. I love that. I love that.
That's right. And also, like you said, it's somebody who, or in my case, I've been through some things, and I don't take excuses, because I have the potential to make excuses, and I used to make a lot of them. I don't make that anymore. So imagine somebody who can help you block that excuse, right? Okay, so you're going to let that stop you. Do you want to quit, right? I've challenged some people and say, well, why don't you leave your wife then? And boom, they turn around. Now they have a better relationship with their wife when they're pushed in that direction. So don't make the excuse. And then one thing I like is that because I've been reading a book a week for a long time on audio while I run or bike ride. I've got all this knowledge, not mine, but now it's mine, that I get to share. And I get to say, you sound like you're in this situation, that there's a book that's perfect for you.
Yeah.
And then I'll hold them accountable. And a week later, let's go over the book and tell me what you learned from it. Right. So
I love that. That's a great way to do that, man. I love that. Good model. Okay. So we got to go here in like 2 or 3 minutes. It's Monday. No matter when you're listening to this, watching this, whenever somebody's catching up on this video or audio, just because it's Monday, Mondays aren't magic. January 1s aren't magic. Nothing's magic out there. It's what you choose to do right now. But Joel, it is a Monday when we're recording this, Monday morning. What would you tell people? It's Monday, freaking get on it. What are you going to do today to start making a real change?
Well, I would ask people that, and hopefully the answer comes back. But something that popped to mind right now. I hear a lot of people say they don't have time and they're so busy, but then I dissect their day with them. And this might take a week for us to realize it, but there's a lot of wasted time out there. I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch TV. I listen to books. I have great conversations, coffee, lunch with great people. I meet with my team, meet with my family a lot. I mean, if I just have to go away for an hour, my kids think, well, you're not here. Yeah, well, this isn't normal. What you're getting is not normal. This 24/7 attention. So I think it's cut out the waste. I think there's a lot of wasted time, and people don't realize here goes. At the end of the day, I didn't get anything done. I feel like the opposite. Like, man, I got a lot of things done, and it's 3 o'clock. And I wasn't even in the office. I just made a few phone calls and got people to do it. So even when you're the one doing it in the beginning, there's more efficient ways to do it. And it's not get sidetracked and bothered by all the noise that's out there. I haven't watched the news in 5-6 years. There's a big one. You want to talk about noise and waste and negativity coming at you? Avoid all of that stuff.
Joel, that's good advice. Cut the waste. Cut the waste and cut the outside voices just dumping on us. Man, Joel, truly just because of where you are and what you've accomplished and who you've already become, it's a privilege to hang out with you because I know that's unique. Also, though, it's truly a privilege to hang. You're just a cool person. If you weren't hyper successful right now, you're a freaking cool person. So thanks for being our friend. I mean that.
My pleasure, Chris. You're awesome. Thank you very much.
All right. So Joel, I'm going to drop your Facebook, just your Facebook handle, I guess, in this thing. And then is there a website if people want to reach out to you? What's the best way to just communicate with you?
Yeah. joelgandara.com. It's my coaching site. I've never advertised it. I don't pay for ads. I don't put anything, but it's there. There's an email sign up. I send 4 emails a year, nothing to sell. I just share stories about what I'm up to. And that's it.
You send 4 emails a year?
Yeah, it's just one quarterly email. Like, here's what I'm up to now. Yeah.
That's the best email sequence ever.
And it's not telling anything. It's just telling what I'm up to. The last one was my new trek in jiu-jitsu. And this is what I'm up to now in jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
I love that. All right, man. I'll drop the links in here. Awesome, dude. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. And go get it. Cut the clutter. Takeaway right now. All right, guys. Talk soon.